The waves crashed against the reef with a rhythm only surfers understood. In Teahupo'o, Tahiti, where legends are born and the ocean demands respect, the stage was set for the Paris Olympics surfing competition. On this historic day in 2024, American Caroline Marks and French Polynesian Kauli Vaast delivered performances that would be etched in time. The finals saw Vaast face off against Australia's Jack Robinson. The crowd's cheers rose like the towering waves themselves as Vaast caught a barrel and emerged victorious, arms pumping in the air. "I can't be prouder to represent Tahiti and France at home," he beamed. Moments later, the women's final saw Caroline Marks against Brazil's Tatiana Westenweb. Marks, known for her nerve and precision, found herself on a wave that seemed crafted by the gods. As she rode its curve with unyielding focus, the shoreline erupted. Her victory was sealed, and with a gold medal around her neck, she reflected, "Your whole life goes into a moment like this. It's beyond all my wildest dreams." This day wasn't just about the gold medals. It was a celebration of heritage and culture. The medalists, some standing barefoot, received their awards as roosters ran along the grass and young local surfers chanted their names. French Polynesian flags mingled with those of Peru, Australia, and other nations, forming a vivid tapestry of global unity through sport. Gabriel Medina of Brazil and Johan Defi of France claimed the bronze medals. For Medina, who nicknamed the venue Chopes, the spot had delivered once again. "Chopes gave me so many good waves, so many good results. So I can't complain," he said with a smile. The journey to the finals was as turbulent as the ocean itself. Unfavorable conditions had caused a 2-day delay, building anticipation. On that final day, the morning presented smaller waves, taunting the surfers' patience. But by the afternoon, the sea swelled with challenges that matched the athlete's mettle. A whale's majestic breach added a magical exclamation point to the spectacle. 6 nations were represented in the semifinals. Still, not everyone could medal, like Carissa Moore of the US, who cherished her experience despite falling in the quarterfinals. "I just hope I can encourage, win or lose. Don't be afraid to go into it fearlessly, and don't be afraid to fail," she said wisely. When the sun set on this electrifying competition, it wasn't just the surfers who had gained. The sport itself had risen in profile. Viral photos and videos turned millions of new eyes toward the ocean. "I think surfing wins," Medina aptly summarized. Tahiti, a destination for wave riders for decades, stood as the heartbeat of it all. Surfing here was more than a sport. It was an art, a piece of Polynesian soul shared with the world. And on this day, it was the crucible in which Olympic dreams were forged into golden reality.